Good evening and most welcome our respected principal sir and all the teachers in-house training program conducted by secondary school. And today resource person is Mr. Biplab Kumar Sen, delivered the speech on importance of gratitude. Today, resource person, Mr. Biplab Kumar Sen, delivered a speech on the topic of importance of gratitude. And it is a very important topic in teaching learning. So we should listen carefully this topic and we should listen the view of our resource person on this topic. And I am going to remind you, you must fulfill the attendance form. It will provide you before 10 minutes, before the end of the meeting. So you must fulfill it. And now welcome our resource person, Mr. Biplab Kumar Sen, with his marvelous topic. So come, please, sir.
Good evening to our respected principal sir and our teachers also. Today I've been asked to give a voice on an important topic, that is importance of gratitude. As you know better, the topic is very relevant, but before entering into that matter, I want to pay my gratitude to our respected principal sir, for whom I'm here in such an environment where we all the teachers are getting all sorts of facilities even, and for his kind effort we are at this position, in a renowned position in fact. So once again I want to pay my gratitude first of all to our respected principal sir. Okay, now the point is importance of gratitude. Before entering into this part, I want to say the origin of gratitude. If we have any concession, you can share, no problem is there at all. But I want to say, actually, gratitude actually gratitude very word is originated from a Latin word that is gratus, which means to say pleasing and thank you. We already understood that it's a part of feelings, it's a part of emotion. Now, how can we define actually what is gratitude? Gratitude is nothing but our thankful greetings, which we are to convey to the giver from whom once I got any sort of help or any kind of appreciation or anything else, which in the period of crisis I received in fact. Yeah, so the word gratitude almost became clear, but there are different points even related to this part, which should be made clear. First of all, we have to say that every time we have to say a sincere thanks to anyone else, a sincere thanks. That's actually the part of gratitude. That means one part of acknowledgement and respect also to the provider. Here are some points that I'm going to say you. First, imagine a situation of your life, of yourself, when you somehow received the help, whether physically or emotionally, you received a help from someone in a period of crisis. It might be related to the part of situation when you were quite helpless, when you thought that there should be someone who might help you properly, who might inspire you properly, who might be by the side of you. And as you know, a related quotation I'm going to say, almost related quotation. You know it better. A friend in need is friend indeed. That means it's a part of gratitude that we should convey, that we should send the message towards that friend even. Well, before entering into the part in details, I want to say a part of a story. I want to share a part of a story wherefrom you will understand what sort of gratitude one person has shown. The name of the story is The Boss Came to Dinner, written by Birsinghpur. What is the story? That I'm not going to tell in details, but a part. There was a character. You can imagine Shamlal. The name of the character was Shamlal. Shamlal was in a service, in an office, and his boss was from Britain. One day he got the message that his boss will visit and will attend a dinner party in his house. He and his wife became very much happy, and on the other part, it became a tension matter to the person. Why? Because there was his mother who actually belonged to the old category according to Shamlal and his wife. As you know better, mother is attended with innocent oddities. Mother is considered to be that. So Shamlal actually came under attention. What is that? Whenever the boss will visit, he would find his mother, who actually belonged to the old category, using different kinds of saris, not the modern dresses at all. Then he actually became busy to remove his mother and to make her confined into a room where no one will come to know that there is another person or another member in that family. That time he noticed for the first time that there was no ornament with her mother. Shamlal asked about that part, and her mother replied that she already sold when Shamlal was a student to continue his studies. His mother sold all ornaments to continue the whole expenditure of the family. And Shamlal, on the other hand, replied harshly, well, you are saying this, I will pay you the double. This is a renowned line which might shock to a civilized society, in fact. Yes, my dear colleagues and respected principal sir, this is actually just the opposite to our point. Yet, if we don't understand, or if we want to understand clearly, we have to know even the negative side of this. Negative means which we should consider. Now the question is, why should we say on this part, importance of gratitude? That means our society is lagging behind the point. We are in such a society where we have to share, where we have to build up a relationship. But here, day by day, if you want to see carefully, if you keep your ear and eyes open, you will find almost all persons are far from this word, actually. And I found in our society, even in different categories, even those who once got the service, those who should have paid gratitude, saying something other, saying something different, saying something just the opposite of the motion. That is actually the main thing. Now, okay, you already understood. So from your part, you can also share your part. What is actually gratitude? If you would, I'm just waiting. If you share. If there is one, any teacher, you can share. I'm just waiting. Okay. This is what actually, is there anyone responding? Okay, now I'm entering into the part of reflection. Whatever story I already shared to you and whatever situation I already told, that's actually the part of reflection. Think in your life also. Yeah, gratitude means thanks and appreciation. Oh, very nice, AJK sir, very nice. Really, this is directly related to the term even. Once again, I'm coming back to the part of reflection. Reflection means in your life also, in others' life also, if you think the situation, once Yeah, Anshika, ma'am. Yeah, very nice. Very nice, ma'am. So think of a situation or a time when you felt truly grateful for something. What is that something? That means you have already received. You have already received either someone's company or someone's help in this regard. That time, on the other hand, you realized that there should have been a thankful or grateful attitude in yourself. It might be for anything, to anybody, at any time in your life. You just think of a situation. There was a time when the value of ₹5 even was greater. Isn't that? Value of ₹5. Now suppose think today you are earning more than 50,000, more than 5 lakhs, whatever may be the amount. Once that ₹5 was very valuable. It actually helped in your studies. It actually helped in the time of form fill-up when you were very needy for that amount and someone came to help you, contributed that amount. Okay, so it's actually the part of gratitude. As you know, in a poem, it was written clearly, a man can die for 7 times. Can you imagine? Is it possible? A man can die for 7 times. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Physically, a man can die for 1 time. Physically, but spiritually, a man can die for 7 times. And I hope, yes, ma'am. And I hope if a man who is now residing in a different country is ready to deny his or her motherland, that's a kind of death, spiritual death. And I hope gratitude should be in the same line, in the same trade also. Isn't that? I have already taken the kind of help. Now I'm saying, no, there might be someone else who might help me. It's not essential that someone has already helped me in this regard, in this part. It's not the matter at all. But it's a kind of the different motion, just the opposite motion. Can you recall the very moment when you felt there craved into mind the very emotion in your mind, that craved the very emotion, and that very emotion was a part of gratitude, I hope. Just try to remember what you wanted to do in response to your gratitude. Isn't that? That time we realized, okay, I already received this. I became very much helpful. You helped me a lot. Now I must be by the side of you wherever needed. And after 5 years, after 10 years, I already forgot the very situation. And I'm not supposed to help in any kind at all. Isn't that? So ultimately, what we are getting? Gratitude is the recognition of the unrate increments of value in one's life, you can say in our life. Gratitude can be an emotion that we experience after receiving something, like a gift, help, anything. Once again, I'm saying gratitude can be and can be a part of emotion or an emotion. You can say no problem is there that we experience after receiving something. Okay, but it's not a feeling of being indebted. Here it actually differs. Try to understand. Try to understand. Once I needed money, I've taken as a loan from someone. Okay, and this actually the case actually differs from. So gratitude is not a feeling of being indebted. When we owe others, we can resent or avoid them. When we are grateful to them, we want to be with them. So try to understand the difference. When we are indebted, in this case, think of the case, think of the situation. When we owe others, we can resent, no problem is there, we can avoid to them, because once I've already taken a loan, I've already paid. It does not mean I've taken the help like this. And it was his profession, no problem, isn't that? Now, this is the situation when I'm saying that I'm grateful to them. That means I should be with him. I should be with the society. I should be with that personality. That's why the feeling of gratitude actually motivates us to turn it into action. We are naturally inclined to pay it back or pay it forward. Isn't that? That's actually a part of feelings even. From this regard, if you want to consider, it's a part of emotion. As emotion innovator might be classified into different ways even. It's also a part of emotion. Isn't that? Yeah. Secondly, what I'm going to say, you can consider gratitude as a parent of all virtues. How is it possible? Virtue means the opening of your life even. Isn't that? Isn't that the prospectus life that you are going to get, the prospectus futures you are going to get, you are going to have? Here, we're getting a nice quoted words, said by Roman philosopher Cicero. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Do we agree? Do you agree? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. People who were actually grateful for what has been given to them or done for them tend to be more inclined to behave in beneficent, pro-social ways toward the giver and toward others. I hope all the teachers must agree on this part. They should be inclined, isn't that? Isn't that? Especially those who are grateful, who by any means have already received the bird, even they should be inclined to behave in such a way. Expression of true gratitude. Yes. Thank you. Expression of true gratitude serve as reinforcement to those who have behaved in beneficent, pro-social ways toward others. thereby increasing the likelihood that they will act this way again. Simply, I can say, it actually motivates both giver and receiver to continue to do good things. Isn't that? It actually motivates, isn't that? The act of motivation, we can say. About this gratitude, now we have to know from different religion, we might know something from different religion. Like in Hinduism, what is stated there? Gratitude is highly valued and has two facets. What is that two facets? Number one must be grateful for everything that's received as it is a gift from God, regardless of who gave it. Clear? One must be grateful for everything. Here we are actually getting. Here we are actually getting the receiver, regardless of who gave it, a gift from God, regardless of who gave it. We shouldn't think on this matter, who has already given, from whom we have already received. It's a kind of gift from our God. Number one. Number two, one must never expect gratitude from another for something that has been given. Try to understand the second point is more valuable, isn't that? More valuable, more important. Suppose you did something for someone. On the other hand, you were thinking, okay, as I helped that man, he must help me. He must help me. We shouldn't think on that part. We shouldn't think even whenever I will help someone else, it might be, and I have to wait at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Why? Because that person who is actually the receiver, who is considered to be the receiver, didn't even greet me. That's the matter. He even didn't use any single word thanks like that. Okay? So we shouldn't expect that part at all. Yeah, in Buddhism, gratitude is associated more with direct kindness from others than from life situations. So gratitude is associated directly with kindness from others than from life situation, whatever the situation in our life, but we should depend on that part. Okay, there might be different kinds of blessing. There might be different kinds of circumstances we shouldn't consider. In religion, there is different part. Suppose in Islam, Sufi use the word as sukt, means thankfulness, to refer to using all God's gifts to express gratitude by fulfilling the purpose of creation beyond simple verbal expression of thanksgiving. Gratitude, in the second point, it's told, gratitude is said to be rewarded by Allah with more blessings. So, my dear colleagues, please think of this part, a true fact that we are, yeah, right. So, my dear colleagues, even and respect sir, even gratitude is said to be rewarded by Allah. Try to compare these two parts, whatever is told in Hinduism and what is told in Islam world. Now we are entering into the Christianity. Yeah, gratitude is seen as the base upon which thoughts and actions are formed. You know, thoughts and action. That is actually gratitude, actually is the base where we are getting the truth. There will be the thought and simultaneously there must be the action. Thanksgiving to God is expressed in words, but also throughout the shaping of one's life, becoming Christ-like, like reflecting Jesus' teaching through one's life is actually the expression of God's greatest gift. So everything is related to God. If you do consider, you'll never forget. We should consider this part very seriously, not only emotionally, but practically relating to our life, relating to our activity, whatever we are doing, whatever we are providing, whatever we are taking or getting back. Now, before saying this part, I want to know from you, do you have any conception about karma? If you go to Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, or any book, you will get the same word, karma. What is karma? What is karma? Can I give you the answer? I'm just waiting. What is karma? I'm actually saying this part because there must be a relation. Karma, as you know, related to our activity, the word is yes, yes, AJK sir, very nice. Ha, ma'am, yeah, ma'am. Chandan sir also, and ma'am, cause and effect, right, ma'am? As you were the science teacher, you shared this part very nicely. Okay, ma'am. I understood. Cause and effect. Yeah. So the effects of the sum of one's free will action. Once try to understand, try to listen each word, the effects of the sum of one's free will action. Free will action means one's choice actually. Okay, either influenced by intervention from God or simply you can consider through natural law of cause and effect. Yeah, it's already told in Buddhism. In Buddhism, karma is seen as the cause side of the cause-effect cycle. Any action of one's own volition creates ideas which can then grow into results under the appropriate circumstances. In Buddhist understanding, practicing means doing something. Practicing means doing something. Practicing gratitude can create new ways of thinking about one's life. Life, here we can consider one's attitude. Life means here one's attitude, thereby inviting not only more good to oneself, but also looking differently at what one has now. So gratitude can create new ways of thinking. Try to understand about one's life or one's attitude, thereby inviting not only more good to oneself, but also looking differently at what one is now. Am I clear? Uh, if you are disconnected anytime, just consider you have to rejoin then whatever link you have been provided. Okay, please do accordingly. Yeah. Now, I'm going to say the 2 G's of gratitude, as it is already said by Edward Arlington Robinson. Yes, he is an American poet, American